Yo, what is up, y'all? Today, I'm going to be talking about UFC Fight Night, Imavov versus Borralho, and you already know what this is. Was it entertaining? I'm going to be starting with the first fight, Shauna Bannon versus Sam Hughes, going all the way to the main event, Nasserine Imavov versus Caio Borralho, and just basically giving you my thoughts and whatever the fuck, just bullshitting around. So, yeah, let's get into the first fight of the card, Shauna Bannon versus Sam Hughes. I am not going to lie, I woke up super late for this fight. Not super duper late, but I did miss the first two fights. So I did get to, watch these fights. And upon watching them, I guess, I've come to learn that Shauna Bannon is just ass. That's it. And she's pretty much always been ass. I have nothing to say about that. She is a sidekick merchant. People think she's a baddie, the Gooners. They try to win in every single way. This is also a strawweight division, so she may get a title shot. You never know. But, I'm going to keep it real. Sam, the man Hughes, that bitch does not play, yo. I'm gonna keep it real. She had a very dominant performance, very great wrestling. And, Bannon had no answer at all. Hughes was able to, get her back, lock up a rear naked choke. And overall, I just thought it was a super dominant performance from Hughes. There was a moment in the fight where she had a crucifix and, she could have started laying the motherfucking mean-ass elbows on her. And she did, but she could have landed them to the point where the fight got stopped. Didn't, though. I think Hughes just, got out of position. I don't fucking know. She remained on top for the rest of the fight. And, that was pretty much it. Just a very heavy grapple match. And, of course, Hughes with the experience, she dominated in every single way. And, moving on to the next fight, we have Andreas Gustafsson versus Renat Fakhretdinov. This was a fucking caveman fight. If I could compare this to anything, it's like that episode of SpongeBob and Patrick, where they look like cavemans. These were two dudes from, 125 BC or whatever the fuck you want to say. And, they were put in the octagon tonight to make history as, the first ever UFC middle school fight. Holy shit, dude. These guys, I don't think they've ever thrown a fight, or I don't think they've ever thrown a punch in their life. How the fuck is Renat 24-1-1, bro? What? This is insane to see. Also in the welterweight division of all fucking things, but hey, Gustafsson just starts off super aggressive, just starts throwing these weird, Roman Dolidze punches, or, he's just doing his worst impression of RDR or DDP. I don't fucking know, dude. I don't even know. Let me try to do, a DDP. No, I can't. I never said that. That's all I can do. That's all I can fucking do with DDP. The champ. The real champ of Africa. That's all I can do. It's not even fucking good. So there's no point in doing that at all. And why did I even bring up DDP? Oh, yeah, because Gustafsson's bitch ass. Anyways, Renat was able to land a fucking, just a barrages of, right hands. It was uppercuts and shit. I don't even remember. And then he just starts doing these, swiper punches. That's what I want to call them. And, hurts Gustafsson. He hurts Gustafsson with a straight. It wobbles him, kind of shakes him back to life and shit. And then Renat doubles it up, throws another straight, pushes Gustafsson back. Gustafsson really just, I don't know what happened. I guess he's just old, seriously. And he just gets pressured, gives into the pressure, fights over. And it was a pretty good fight. It was a pretty good finish. This fight ended in 54 seconds, so I don't have much to say. So, yeah, pretty good finish. Moving on to the next fight, which I actually thought was a really solid fight. Brad Tavares versus Robert Brzezinski. In the beginning, Robert was very, very aggressive. He was able to hurt Brad with an overhand, left hook, straight, right to Brad's chin, knocking him down, almost finishing the fight because he started throwing some hooks or ground and pound shots. Brad was able to, compose himself, get himself back, engaged in the fight. He knew that there was no answer to beating this dude on the feet. There was no way he was going to be able to outstrike him or knock him out. So Brad does a smart thing, goes to the ground, really just recovers in the first round. That's all he's really doing. excuse me, but there's no problem with that either. I mean, he was hurt. There is a problem, though, at the end of the round where Brad is starting to, I guess, prepare to land shots, but he doesn't land one until the bell goes off. So it was a little fucking weird, but you know what, dude? Whatever, man. So the second round starts off, and Brad's able to recover, and I'm not going to lie, man, Robert, I'm guessing he was just super, super duper fucking gassed out from trying to knock out Brad Tavares' ass, but, Tavares was able to just, circle, keep distance, leg kick, body kick, didn't really do much striking whatsoever. When it came to his hands, I think he was just very scared of Robert, very much scared of that lead left hook of his, because it is very, very deadly. Robert's very accurate for, I'm guessing, being maybe like a kickboxer. I mean, the dude is a pretty scary guy. But Tavares was able to win the second round, in my opinion, just keeping distance, while Robert was just slowing down, not really pressuring or just, trying to exchange much with Robert. And yeah, I thought Tavares won the second round. I thought it was about 1-1. And then going into the third round, Robert pretty much just has enough. He's able to get his breath back, get his stamina back, and he basically just lands he cuts Tavares off from the cage, or cuts him off from circling, gets him up against the cage, lands a straight, hurts Tavares, doesn't knock him down fully, but Robert's able to start just landing a fucking mountain of hooks, hurting Tavares. And then eventually the fight just is over. Tavares protested, but I'm going to keep it real. On this card, there are a few, Gustafsson and Renat. That was a little bit of an early stoppage, and there are a few stoppages that are but overall, I don't think the stoppages were that bad, and especially this one. I didn't think Tavares was going to win that third round. So moving on to Sam Patterson versus Trey Waters. This was a pretty solid fight. I mean, it ended very, very quick, but I'm going to keep it real. Two dudes that are pretty skillful. Trey Waters, he had a really solid head movement. He had a really nice jab in the beginning that I don't know if it broke Patterson's nose, but he did start bleeding. Patterson, he really couldn't find his range in the very, very beginning because Trey Waters was just moving his head, slipping in and out from Patterson's jab. Patterson is able to find his range, though, and then he just, with his fucking right hand, dude, literally the kiss of death. That's what I think, because when he knocked out Danny Borralho, I mean, Jesus Christ, bro, the kiss of death with his right hand. Patterson's able to land a straight and lead hook. I want to say it was a left hook that rocks Trey Waters, pushes him back to the cage. Patterson just starts landing, spamming more of his right hand, hurting Trey Waters each fucking hit, each punch, you could tell. And then Patterson loads up a right hook. And I don't know how Waters didn't go down, but he kind of just, like a Gustafsson reawakens. And fight's over. It was a pretty solid knockout. And yeah, let's go ahead and we move on to the next fight, which
I'm about to fucking cry.
Fuck, Harry Hardwick, Jesus Christ, bro. Hey, shout out my boy Harry Hardwick. He was on a 9-fight fucking win streak. He did lose, but let's keep it real. He took it on a 4 days notice. I took it on a fucking 4 days notice. I was eating steak and drinking fucking beers. Moicano wants money. But I need to be a little quiet. It's like midnight right now. But Harry Hardwick, I'm going to keep it real with you, boy. I hope you get another shot. I hope in the featherweight division you win. And, yeah, you just didn't get the right opponent, man, especially up in a weight class. Fernandez, who I just looked very wacky, in my opinion, but had super fucking nasty leg kicks. To the point where Hardwick, both of his legs were just completely done. Boy had to be wheelchaired out of the fucking fight. And, yeah, it just sucks. But you know what, man? I mean, at least Harry got to fight in the UFC. It was his debut. Wasn't a great debut, but let's see what he can show in his next fight, hopefully when he gets one. And, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and move on. I'm going pretty quick with these because I don't got that much time, but I feel like I don't really have so much to say. I mean, there was a lot of finishes. The prelims were straight up 7 for 7, so there was nothing but finishes. And, yeah, moving on to the next fight, we have a rematch, which isn't a UFC rematch, but it's a rematch between two fighters who fought themselves in a different promotion. Marcin Tybura versus Ante Delija. or Delaya. I don't fucking know. Anyways, the summary of this fight, Tibura is a big fucking blob who does nothing but just blob, blob, blob. He looked horrible going into this fight. His striking looked horrible. His grappling looked horrible. This kid is not it. This kid is not a badass. But Ante, oh my god, dude. This guy, I mean, he was back for blood, bro. I'm talking about some fucking Ante King Von Delaja, bro. This motherfucker did not play, man. He started the fight just instantly pressuring Tibura. He knew Tibura could not do his little fat, what should I call him? I don't know, his fat duck steps, I guess. I don't really know. Tibura kind of looks like he tiptoes in the octagon sometimes. It's kind of what it looked like, too, when Delaja started ramming him with them fucking straights, the blitz of the 1-2, the blitz of the 1-2. Tibura was able to, cage clinch, get Ante to chill, I guess kind of, take control of the fight. Tibura thought he could at least. He's able to reverse position, get himself off the cage, get Ante on the cage, goes for a takedown, doesn't fucking get it. They break. Tibura tries to go for some, I think it was like a 1-2, and then the fucking just sloppiest teep I've ever seen in my life. He didn't even attempt to, hit him. And, Delaja sees that, and he just goes for it, man. I mean, he basically kind of just, engages in an exchange with Tibura, and that's it. I mean, he hits him with a straight, if I'm right, and knocks Tibura out. A couple ground and pound shots, and the fight's over. I mean, Tibura was knocked the fuck out right from the straight that hit him. He was out. So, really good fight. Really glad to see somebody who's not 265 and looks like a fucking blob in the heavyweight division win, and maybe be a solid contender. You never know. So, moving on. Last card on the prelims. Omar Sy versus Brinson Ribeiro. Overall, Sy just had a very grapple-dominant win. Ribeiro had no answer at all. I mean, he did have a Kimura attempt, but, he decided to use it as an escape and roll out of the bottom guard position that Sy was keeping him in, causing them to get up. Ribeiro throws a knee when Sy shoots on him again. Sy gets hit with the knee. Everyone makes a big fucking deal out of it. Nothing really happened, though, that was that significant. Ribeiro gets down to the ground. Sy's able to get Ribeiro's back. Starts landing just fucking monstrous elbows. Knocks Ribeiro out with those elbows. And then throws some ground hooks. Fight's over. It's a little bit late. I'm not going to lie. It gave me a little bit of some Jalen Turner and Bobby Green vibes. Just a little mini vibes. It was pretty brutal, but... solid performance from Sy. I actually think Sy is, 12-1. He's going to be a pretty good prospect, especially for the light heavyweight division. Big fucking guy. He looks like he's on the fucking sauce, but hey, I'm not going to fucking protest that. Moving on to the main card. Now, this first card that we're talking about, William Gomes versus Robert Rochala. This was the worst card, or the worst fight on the card. Main card, prelims, just the whole card in general. Pretty boring fight. Not a lot of output from these two. No one got hurt. No one took a huge amount of damage. Both of them were able to land takedowns. Rochala was able to get more control time, but did absolutely zero with it. Both these dudes have pretty good records. I think they have a promising career ahead of them, I guess. But overall, it wasn't a good fight. Gomes, his teep was really winning him this fight, and Rochala, his takedowns were winning him this fight. I thought Rochala was winning later in the fights, more the late second and then the third round versus Gomes. Once again, when you're in enemy territory, bruh, you ain't gonna fucking win if that shit goes to decision. So, moving on to Axel Sola versus Reese McKee. This was my fight of the night. This was, until we get into the next fight, but... man, I'm going to keep it real with Axel Sola. He's 11-0-1. He is a fucking killer. He's really good, really fast. Kind of like a fighting nerd, though, where it's like you put him on the back foot, you pressure him, he's not going to do as great, so I don't know. Also, I don't think we got to see as much grappling from him. Just a lot of cage clinching. McKee, he's kind of like Jamie Malarkey, except he's in the welterweight division where he just gets beat the fuck up. Except he is better than Jamie Malarkey. Jamie Malarkey is more of like a meat bag that just gets KO'd. But McKee, especially in this fight, first round, he was getting beat the fuck up. He did catch a couple straights that, busted up his face a little bit. But I feel like in the second round, he started to pressure a lot better in the fight. Started to show his comfortability, I guess that's what you want to say, just how comfortable he was in the octagon, because he really was. He didn't look bad in that second round. There was moments where he would land some uppercuts that were right onto Sola's jaw. They looked a little damaging, but, not enough like McKee, who's literally fucking bleeding out of his goddamn mouth. I thought the fight was 1-1 going into the third. Sola had really good straights and a decent grappling exchange in the first round. Second round, Reese just started to pressure the fuck out of Sola. Sola was kind of like on his Brzezinski or whatever the fuck, the dude that fought Tarvez, whoever the fuck. I don't give a fuck. But Sola was kind of like that, where he slowed down in the second round, found his pace in the third round. Was able to counter McKee every time McKee would come in with a jab, I want to say, with a body uppercut that was very loud, very damaging. And it only took 2 shots to do it. The first one already hurt McKee, and then McKee was pressuring again with a jab. Sola was able to counter again with a body uppercut, knocking McKee down to the ground, then landing some pretty solid ground and pound shots. I'm going to be honest, though. I thought the stoppage was a little early, especially with it being Herb Dean. But you know what? I'm not going to bitch about it. I don't even think he was going to win the fight if it went to a decision. And yeah, I mean, good fucking fight, though. We move on. And this, oh my God, this was my fight of the night. Holy shit. Balaji Oki versus Mason Jones. Jesus Christ, bro. Lightweight Nagano versus fucking Eric Stoltz, the Mask, Justin Gaethje. Holy shit, bro. I mean, Oki, he looks fucking terrifying. I don't know how Jones was able to survive the shots that Oki was putting on him. Oki was able to land an overhand right hook overhand, knocking Jones to the ground. Pretty brutally, too. I'm going to keep it real. Like, the matchmaking on this card was very, very even. I really fucked with it. And, yeah, this fight was really, really good overall. Mason Jones was able to come back, though, get a knockdown on Oki, and get a full guard position, get ground game over him, and then advance to a full mount position. Just start raining elbows on Oki. Oki had no answer. It really kind of reminded me of like a Neil Magny, Mike Malott situation, where it's like the dude just doesn't know how to escape. And that's kind of how it was. It was a good fucking fight, though. Both of these dudes got a solid fucking future ahead of them. And yeah, moving on to the next fight. Paul Craig. Why did he have to fucking retire? My favorite fighter. This is worse than when Anthony fucking Smith retired. Fuck. Okay. Bukakis versus Paul Craig. I'm just going to get into this really quick. Paul Craig looked like shit. He's old. I'm glad he retired. While Modestus Bukakis, he didn't really show much up until the end when he landed that super fucking heavy ass, nasty ass fucking elbow to Paul Craig's temple, cutting him open and just ending the fight. It was insane. And it was a good-ass fucking KO. That's all I gotta say. I don't know anything about Bukakis. I don't know what he's gonna become. Paul Craig, he retired, so GG's for Paul Craig. We move the fuck on. Oh my God. To, yes, the absolute marauder. Oh my. I want to fight with Mauricio Hovi. I will destroy Mauricio Hovi. I am the marauder. I want to fight with Dustin Poirier. Let's fucking go. Benoit Saint Denis, BS fucking D. Oh my God. I had him winning this fight, had it by decision, only because, this dude is such a grapple fucker. And Mauricio Hofi, we haven't really seen as much grappling. He doesn't have the greatest gas tank either, and especially when he fought, I think it's Anthony Lontop. I could be very, very wrong about that, but I don't remember the guy's name. When Hofi fought that guy, I know that the dude missed weight by a lot, but, when it came to the grappling exchanges, Rufi had no fucking answer at all whatsoever. And Benoit, I'm going to keep it real, in this fight, he did not play, the counter game, I guess, with Rufi. He did not play stupid, especially when it came to, doing takedowns. He opened up, he would do a lot of body kicks, leg kicks, have Rufi guessing, because Rufi, his whole style is basically the striking. That's kind of all Rufi really cares about, is like, if you're going to punch me, I'm going to punch you 10 times harder. He never really cares about the leg kicks or the body kicks, in my opinion. And I just feel like with Benoit, him doing that really helped him, open up Rufi and help him get takedowns, because holy shit, it was really nothing to him. He didn't really do much, but it was because he was setting up for a sub. And of course, Rufy, he has no idea what he's doing on the ground, that he has to call for fouls. Yes, they were intentional, but still, I don't want to fucking hear it. Rufy definitely 100% just did it because he wanted to get out of the position. Didn't really work, though. I thought Benoit won the fucking fight, or I thought Benoit won the first round. Obviously, Benoit won the fight because going into the second round, Benoit just did what he did in the first round, got the takedown, was able to get the choke. It didn't look too crazy from where I was looking, but I'm guessing it was maybe more of like a blood choke, or maybe more of like a jaw lock, like a squeeze on Rufy's jaw. So I don't know what it was. Rufy tapped. And yeah, I'm going to keep it real. These fucking fight nerds, they're great fighters. Very overrated, though. Not good at fighting on their back foot at all. You saw it with Prates. You saw it with Rufy. You saw it with Borralho. And I'm not going to lie, you're probably going to see it with Silva. I don't know if it's going to be between Lopez or be against Lopez, but, we'll see. Anyways, BSD, I know people are going to try to make any excuse in their fucking life to call this guy ass. And whatever, man. I really hope he can fight up. And yeah, he's still a marauder. Yeah, he fucking got knocked out by Dustin Poirier. Who fucking doesn't when you're on the come up, man? Let's keep it real. Unless you're a fucking steroid inbred freak like Islam Makhachev, or a fucking retard freak like Justin Gaethje, who just does glob camps every other goddamn week. We move on. Nasserine Imavov, or is it Nassadine? I don't give a fuck. Imavov versus Caio Borralho. Holy shit. I would say absolute masterclass, but looking at this was a closer fight than I feel like people want to make it out to be. I'm not going to lie, I had it 2-2 going into the fourth. I had Borralho winning the first and third, while Imavov won the second and fourth. Now, looking back on it, I'm not going to lie, I probably had Borralho winning the third and fifth, while Imavov took the rest. And even looking back at it now, I actually kind of thought Imavov took all 4 rounds besides the fifth round. I just thought Borralho, he looked a lot better in that fifth round. Still though, debating on that whole thing, you could still make an argument that it was a 50-45 decision. I had it 49-46. I thought Borralho at least won, one round. But yeah, man, I'm just gonna keep it real. Don't fucking cut weight twice, man. There's nothing against Borralho, but just don't do it, man. I mean, it's just not a good idea. It's crazy because, as the fight began, if Imavov just fought how he did in the last 2 rounds, he would have won the fight by KO without a doubt. I mean, Borralho just looked awkward. His takedown attempts were terrible. He just looked off. He didn't look right. But of course, as the fight kept going, he got more comfortable, and he actually didn't look bad. Like I said, that 4th and 5th round, he genuinely did not look that bad. Imavov just looked way better. Way fucking better. And I have so much respect for this guy. And overall, it really showed the difference between them, because in my opinion, I thought this was a true number 1 contender fight. I mean, seriously, Borralho has proven himself undefeated, and especially when it comes to the UFC. And Imavov, I mean, he just showed out. That's it. He showed out. He showed levels. And I can't wait for him to fucking fight Khamzat Chimaev. I genuinely cannot wait. I think Imavov can win. I know most people, Khamzat's the boogeyman. I fuck you, brother. I fuck you, Imavov, brother. I fuck you. But overall, dude, Imavov, especially on the feet, man, he is just fucking clean. He is clean. He is fast. He's one of the fastest middleweights I've ever seen fucking fight. Like, seriously, faster than Silva's ass for sure. He is really, really good, and I can't wait to see what he does whenever he gets that title shot. And when you watch DDP versus fucking Khamzat, don't forget, bro, Khamzat was getting starched on the feet. Yes, it was a very grapple fuck fest fight for Khamzat, and he dominated fucking DDP's bitch ass. But when it came to the feet, Khamzat had no clue what the fuck he was doing. So, and besides that, overall, man, I'm going to be 100% honest with y'all. This card was fucking peak. This main event was peak. Thank y'all, UFC, for doing this. Thank you, Nasserine Imavov and Caio Borralho, for putting on a fucking show. And shout out the fighting nerds, bro. I mean, seriously, I know I'm saying that they're overrated and whatnot, man, but I can just say this much, that I love that we got our little groups of gyms, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I guess more of like territories in the UFC, or just like gangs, or whatever the fuck you want to call them, bro. I don't even know. It's really cool to see something like that, though, because, you know, yes, most of them are not undefeated anymore. I still think that these dudes are going to shine in the UFC, and especially everyone else that goes to their gym, especially with someone like Imavov and pretty much just everyone on this card, man. I mean, I'm going to keep it real. BSD, Hoofy, Oki, Mason Jones, Sola. I wouldn't say much about McKee, but, you know, even Gomes and Ruhala, I mean, there is a lot of potential. Same with Sai, Delaja, Hardwick, Fernandez, Patterson, Waters, Brazicek, whatever the fuck. And yeah, I mean, that's it. Everyone else that I just said on this fucking, or everyone else, I mean, I don't see the potential, but everyone that I just, you know, named and stuff, the potential is there. And I thought this was a really good card. And yeah, man, I was just really fucking entertained watching this card, without a doubt, man. So, was it entertaining? You fucking bet, dog. Holy shit, you bet. This was a very entertaining fight. And yeah, now my rating of the card. My rating was a 9. I know it was a very strong 9. Listen to me. I would have given this card a 10. And yes, do I think it is card of the year? Probably. It might be card of the year. I'm not going to lie to y'all. But with, you know, the whole fight with Gomes and Ruhala, how that went and shit, I'm just going to keep it real. Kind of was a bummer. Once again, very, very underwhelming. And I just wasn't a big fan of it. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it on UFC Fight Night. Imavov versus Borralho. Was it entertaining? You fucking bet, big dog. It sure was. You guys, let me know if it was entertaining. Let me guys.
Steven here.
Let me know what you guys thought
house.
about the fights, and yeah, let me guys. See ya.
I knew this was a ripoff.